Hello, 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 and welcome to a very darkly humorous episode of the Super Bunny Hop Super Poverty fight stream. Today today's been a really weird day, guys, right? So the first thing I saw in the news when I woke up is that it's a big day for Metroid fans out there, huh? A wild day for Metroid heads. Dudes that like Metroid, and dogs that like Metroid, cats that like Metroid, guys, girls, and people and things that like Metroid, finally got their much requested, it's a dream come true. We after after how long has it been? 14 years, Metroid Prime 4 has been revealed. In glorious video preview form. I hope it was worth the wait. I think the people I feel not too very bad for laughing, but maybe a little bad for laughing about some Metroid fans who might have actually lucked out before having to see that this is lucked out and might have reached their time in life before today's news. I'm sorry, but like I can't help but laugh because this is some shit straight out of The Simpsons. Two incredibly ridiculous Simpsons jokes. I mean, maybe one of them more a South Park joke happened today. And I guess the first one would be more of the Simpsons joke, where a classic beloved intellectual property is going to get rebooted or reimagined as a very different thing for the kids who are evidently the target audience now. Metroid Prime 4 is apparently going to be full of scripted events and a wacky sidekick, a wacky, snarky, comic relief sidekick who tells you things like puzzle solutions and whether or not there's still an item to pick up in the room. It looks like it is going to be cut from a pretty different cloth than like what we're playing right now, which arguably is not even that different of an experience. It's a game about unlocking an interconnected puzzle box of a map that requires new weapons and abilities to proceed through. Can I please get my Twitch chat on my mobile phone? And that was before some news occurred that later on in the day that just, oh my god, that just has me laughing out the apocalypse, like the guy in Doctor Strangelove who decides to just ride the bomb on the way down to World War III beginning. I don't get how you can't be desensitized to the twisted machinations that American politics has taken at this turn and no longer be surprised at this stuff, and then B, laugh in self-defense for self-preservation to keep you sane during the madness of it all. But first, we have story.
Jill, have you found anything interesting?
Yeah, there's a hole!
Yes, but I can't see very well.
How about going down to check by yourself? I have a rope here.
Oh, do you? Well, then I'll try to go down using the rope.
Wait.
Oh! That was a normal noise to be making for rope throwing.
Hey, what's going on?
Bum, bum,
Now
bum.
I've done it. Sorry, Jill. Wait. I'll go and get another rope.
Barry? Barry?
Is he going back to the safe room? Ooh, I'm getting some rumble. So if I didn't know what was about to happen, this would be a lot scarier. I first played this maybe about a week ago when I was having technical difficulties, and it was a lot scarier. Because
Hey!
it kind of
Are you
fakes
there,
you
Jill?
out, making you think
Grab the
that
rope.
Barry is betraying you. And it turns out he's not. He's still a cool guy.
I'm sorry, Jill.
I didn't know that was going to happen.
Sorry. I was really careless.
Are you okay, Barry? Maybe you're getting tired.
No, I'm all right. Don't worry. Jill, I found something.
Bloop. I'm also monitoring temperatures. They are fine. I think I employed the temporary fix that I need to get through the next few weeks. 80830. 80830. Pass number.
Thank you.
Pretty
I'll
sure I
take
know
this
what that's
then.
for. Alright, now we go down. I do have the grenade launcher, right? Yeah. I believe they call it a biz. How do I know if it's full of acid rounds or explosive rounds? I think it's acid that... Ah, shit. Yeah, can I unequip ammo? No, I cannot. I'm just gonna have to deal with it. Oh well, I made my bed. So, I've been Hold that thought. Okay, now on a range mode, the enemy placement in this basement is fucking insane. I do not remember it being like this. So, the enemy placement on a range mode for this segment is absolutely nuts. We're burning through all my ammo here. And I might want to bring an extra healing item. They're jumping attacks. Oopsie whoopsie. Oh, I did? I've entered? Oh no, this looks like the correct save game. Yeah, this is what we were just playing a minute. Yeah, that is a truly insane amount of hunters. It is going to be a true test of how true I am with sticking to my convictions truthfully. So, check out how cool this music is. There's a story I want to tell about today's news while the music's playing in the background. I hope I can skip the berry cutscenes. I think, yeah, tab is the fast forward button. If we can't skip the berry cutscenes, we can at least fast forward them. Ah. I have cheap beer and cheap snacks. The perfect accompaniment. I cannot skip. Mashing all the buttons. Look at us walk there.
Jill, have you found anything?
Neat. Alright. That was fast.
Really?
Alright, now we're back. When I was selecting... Hold that thought. Oops. And they're not blowing up. Am I good? 1, 2, 3. I think there's bits of a fourth one around here. Okay. So I bet those grenade rounds were exploding. I just couldn't hear the blast in the chaos of the soundscape. Okay, in the next room, there's something kind of like a prototype Crimson Head. Look at the hand in the cutscene, it's adorable. I thought it would be a hunter, but... the backpedaling that she's doing to the music makes it so much better. Oh my god. I can't get 2 shots off. But there is a way to keep him kiting around the table, right? Yeah. This is the safer way to fight him. Okay, so for those who haven't been following the news today, the government shutdown ended on a disappointing compromise note. But everyone, it's fine. We can all forget that now because some chunks of the Epstein files are starting to be released, and today's chunk included the juicy tidbit that in one of these Epstein emails that got acquired by whatever government agency is releasing them, included a textual reference that we can consider rumor for now, that might have been a joke in context. There's no real smoking gun photographic evidence, proof beyond a doubt that it happened, just that some of the people involved with this horrible sex trafficking scheme, including Donald Trump, made a joke about the possibility that at some point in the 2010s, that Donald Trump gave Bill Clinton a blowjob. And I wanted to say that to this music. Because this music really does perfectly capture the reaction to this news. This is something that Trump is allegedly a sloppy toppy queen. Yeah. I'm really eager to see how this story develops, because I think I think I also read that immediately after they started releasing these emails, Trump called all his top aides into the situation room because we got a situation here. And just like the thought that that this is more liable to slice some support off of his own base than I knew about this guy beforehand. Is he done? Okay, now we're done. This might piss off some slice of his much needed base that's got to go worse than the actual much more predictable child molestation stuff that we're all also worried about. is wild. This has got to be like the most darkly humorous. Oh my god. The difference in music in this game is just incredible. But anyways, yeah, if I wasn't hearing the Resident Evil basement music while thinking about today's news, I was hearing the "We'll Meet Again" from the end of Doctor Strangelove. I mean, just imagine dying of starvation or some kind of stupid plague, some like completely preventable collective problem that society could band together to solve, but couldn't because the political resources and the political will that would be required to solve problems and get our country's shit back in order cannot, because Donald Trump might have given Bill Clinton a blowjob. Imagine freezing to death in the cold and that being your last thought. It would at least give you good reason to chuckle about just how stupid the social collapse we're living through is starting to become. Apparently Bill Clinton's penis is some kind of political nexus that major world historical events revolve around. An oven. Okay. And Donald Trump's insatiable libido is the true catalyst for the beginning of the end of the American political experiment. I don't have much to say. I don't want to really talk too very deeply about politics and stuff. I will happily talk about political theory and economic theory, but the current like day-to-day news of political happenings is one where I'm not entirely sure like what department is releasing these files, just how disappointing the deal is that was made to get them out there. I know that ACA subsidies are scheduled to hike up ridiculously high, but like I'm desensitized to so much of this at this point because I've been without health insurance for years now. That's like already my lived experience. I have accepted that I'm gonna die before the earlier generations. All I could do on my way out of my time here on planet Earth is listen to this music in my head while thinking about just how incredibly stupid whatever reasons are gonna be that will come to pass, that will surely take from the world more useful people than me. That's what happens today with the Resident Evil 1 basement music going on in the background. Is Bill Clinton the only president we can confirm has had a blowjob? I mean, we still can't confirm that this happened. It's just, so far as we know, it is just one, so far as the evidence that we have at least, it is just one line of text in a hitherto unreleased email that has now been released. And my god, what a line of text. There are plenty of other lines of text more or less confirming the worst of a lot of what we had already been suspecting, but that's what we had been suspecting. What we hadn't been suspecting was... Oh, hang on, I gotta get the music playing before I say these 4 words. I don't even want to say it unless the music is playing in the background. What if this was playing while they were doing... What if they had a PlayStation 1 with Resident Evil basement music playing? There were some other lines in the emails that were released today that confirmed a lot of what we had already suspected, but I don't think what any of us would have ever suspected is that the blowjobs that are gonna collapse American society might have been a Donald Trump on Bill Clinton blowjob. We had all had healthy suspicions backed up by ample amounts of circumstantial evidence, including actual court cases that Donald Trump had spent years of his life molesting children with Jeffrey Epstein. But now we also have to consider, in all of our minds, that Donald Trump may have given Bill Clinton a blowjob while they were... Blah. While they were there. Alright, I hope that's the most I want to say about that, because we might not be able to get that music again for a while. I'm also wondering why I'm not taking the elevator up. I think it's because I want to put this, key code into the doorway as soon as possible. Do I have any locked doors? I already got the desk office room unlocked with the helmet key. And then upstairs there's the Yawn boss battle that I did off stream. And that required the helmet key. I'm guessing all the other helmet keys I'm going to be using are going to be through the keypad. Oh shit! That's right, I'm spooked. I'm scary. I'm scared. It's a horror game. Health is fine, but there is a giant spider in the way. I don't want to fight it! I just want to go through the door. Oh my god, I bet there's going to be a shitload of hunters right behind this door. I want to make it to the save room. That's a hunter. Ah! Can I run past him? Ah! Okay, knocked him down, knocked him down. No! Jesus Christ. That was a one-hit KO. Okay, I might have to pick a different route on my way back. Wait, no. No, I know how to do this. We're gonna chip our way through. We can make return trips to the previous save room. Chip our way through that way. 16. The most iconic George content. I am playing on a range mode, and it might be more of a flaw to this one particular difficulty mode. I did want to set, to be fair, I did ask for this. I did want to set things to super duper hard mode for super duper hardcore no life gamers like me. I want to bring this mixed herb. I was kind of feeling a squeeze of inventory space. Yeah. Yeah. It feels like I'm playing Remake. I like it. It's stupid, but I like it. That's a nice way of describing Resident Evil. I'm wondering if next time I want to take the elevator or not, though. Yeah, Lich Azazel. The arrange mode here is kind of basically the equivalent of hard mode. I don't know why they don't call it hard mode. Or maybe rearranged mode is what they're wanting to convey, and the English just isn't there. So, I've also been rewatching Repo the Genetic Opera. What a damn cool movie. I'm not saying good, I'm saying cool. What a damn cool movie.
Barry? Barry!
Good night, JS. Maybe it's a translation thing why they call it arrange.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm wondering how important it is that I even go to this basement. Maybe to get the elevator. So the passcode is going to be on the left here. And I could just run right to it right now. But the basement is important. If not for like whatever items and stuff might be down here, which I don't think is a lot. But because of this. Yeah! Hey, Roller 42, I got one hit KO'd by a hunter. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my god! Pause, pause, pause! Okay, I'm at caution. I don't know how bad that is. Okay, now I'm at danger. I can eat the herb with a clean conscience. Oh shit, it's not even dead. Pistol or shotgun? Shotgun. There's more shotgun ammo right around the corner. Okay, that got him. I took more hits that time than I did last time. Yeah, steady pace, doesn't it? Okay, now maybe there's something more strategic I can do about these two guys. Maybe I can, hide around them somehow. Is there space, or is it all just gonna be narrow hallways? Look, narrow hallways. We can mix the herbs at least. We have inventory for that now. Start with the shotgun and then change to pistol. Make sure that my back is lined up to make a very clean retreat. Oh, that's not a clean retreat. I probably should not have killed both of them. I'm gonna use the bazooka on the next zombie because he's extra strong. Oh, I could skip that cutscene. Oh, because it's a pre-render. Look how fast this guy is. He also took like 4 shotgun shells last time I fought him. Acid rounds are one-hit KOing now? Okay. Now, is it worth picking out that elevator? I remember a hunter right around the corner, but this time I got acid rounds and I know what they do. So if I go to first floor, come out that way, there's a spider in the hallway. I want to get to the save room. Okay. Okay, we're gonna take a weird route to the save room. We're gonna go through the dining room, then go back out to the main hallway and go upstairs. All to avoid that corridor full of hunters. Damn, this looks... So, I've been playing around with the post-processing settings, and I think I found a CRT filter that transcodes a nice clean video for you guys on a lower resolution than mine, while still looking just as good on my end, so I think I fixed that problem. Yoink. See you later, fucko. Ah! I didn't know there would be 2. Oh, hey, Twisted Operator. I'm about to get my ass kicked by you in chess. But guess what, Twisted Operator? I hope you're ready for next time, because I'm like a level 200 chess man now or something. I had a big losing streak a few nights ago, and the next day when I had no idea what I was doing, I got way worse at chess all of a sudden. But then the next couple days, I played some more matches where evidently my skills came back to me, and I started steamrolling on all these noobs it was matching me up against after my losing streak. And now I'm like playing against level 180 to 210 chess.com players, and I'm actually winning. Ah! Okay. So, the game that we're playing right now might already have a bespoke conclusion, but you better watch yourself, because next time I'm rallying the men and taking my kingdom back. Okay, let's see if I can sneak past. If I don't run, maybe it won't run. Oh my god! Okay, acid plus a shotgun round kills him. Good to know. I don't have a lot of either to go around. Oh, Jesus Christ. What's going to be on this next one? Ah! Oh, God. Oh, Lord. Music kicks ass. Ah! Alright, I just gotta think about this. Might still be less hunters than the alternative route. So far I've encountered one that I had to kill, but the others were manageable. Oh! That's the corner he's gonna come around, okay. Joe! Caution. Do not want to have to use another acid round. I don't hear anymore. Uh-oh. Okay. Basically no more ammo. Health is dangerous. Now, the easiest route to a save room would be to backtrack, but I'm going to take a little bit of a risk by trying to get to the save room right in front of where I'm going to spawn at the bottom of these. Then again, there might also be a hunter right in front of the bottom of the stairs here. Ah! Okay, maybe I could like stun him and run into the save room, or maybe I could just make a run to the save room. Let me look at it from a map. Yeah, that guy is positioned to be a pain in the ass for exactly where I want to go right now. Oh, okay. So it seems like there is some kind of sneaking logic going on. If I run, they come after me. If I walk, they just look at me menacingly, and I still don't like it, but at least I can work with that. Whew. Should I save? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, look at this. Ink ribbon 2. Combat knife and an acid round are the only... Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow. Alright, let's place the shotgun with the combat knife. Let's put the pistol, no ammo, all by itself. Maybe I could power through by sheer herbs alone. The ammo disc Oh, where does that get used? Oh, does that get used in the lab, or does it get used with the tiger statue? Crake, lighter. I think I remember a room with some herbs I have yet to raid, but I don't remember any ammo I might have left behind. Alright. Where am I going? What am I doing? I'm going upstairs to put the code into the keypad. No, no, no! Okay. Alright, I made it upstairs. Oh, nice. Whew. Please, please don't be bullshit behind this door. This game kicks ass. No, I'm playing stupid mode. Oh yeah! I hope I don't need color for this room. Rocking chair. Magnum rounds, nice. That will very handy. Shotgun rounds, thank you. I guess she's talking about the animals. Alright, there's a comically oversized light switch. Because when I turn the light off, one of these animals is going to have a glowing eye. Yeah. So I think we move the stairs in front of the animal. Put up. Nope. Nothing important. Oh, come on. We already turned the light switch off before. We know it's going to start glowing. Alright, now that's going to go onto a tiger statue. Man, they're building suspense. I'm expecting something to jump out at me and attack me. I guess I'm safe. Ooh. Bum bum bum. This was all part of some plan. Alright, I'm gonna mash the A button all over the room while the lights are off to see if I end up picking up any different supplies. I'm suspended, yeah. Yeah. This game has aged so well. I can't believe how well it holds up. Still spooked. I ran out of ammo, and now I really have to concentrate, and it feels like every button I press is very important. Alright, now what was it? 80830. Let me say it faster. 80830. Huh? It looked like there weren't enough digits for the code, but I didn't even need to put it in. I memorized that code for nothing. Oh god. Okay, so what? Oh, we have facial detail on this zombie. That's different. See if there's something down here before I go fight zone with him. Also, he's looking away. Maybe I can slip around. Nope, nope. We're going back to the safe house. There's about 3 tempting options for exploration here. Let me say them out loud so I can commit them to short-term memory a bit. Keypad door needs to be explored. Elevator in the basement kitchen needs to be explored. And, yeah, this tiger statue with the red jewel needs to be explored. That has probably the most hunters I've ever seen packed into one space in this game, so we're gonna pick one of the other 2. We're gonna... Yeah, that's right, stay in your corner. We're going to, check the keypad door zone, because there was a regular normal zombie. Actually, I don't know if that was a normal zombie. That might be one of the proto-redheads. What were they called? Crimson heads. Excuse me. Where's the Magnum? What did they call it? The broken butterfly or something? Colt Python. That's what it is in this game. S bullet. Full metal. It kind of looks like one of the Fisher-Price Resident Evil puzzles on the bottom and top of that cylinder. Okay. I have shotgun ammo. I'm not going to use an ink ribbon. I have shotgun ammo and magnum ammo, and I should be using the shotgun ammo on that zombie up there. I think if they have facial detail, they're a super zombie. They're extra fast and they take extra damage. I might also want to be adopting a strategy of running through and tanking damage. Okay, I'm sorry to be redundant. We're playing Resident Evil. I gotta backtrack, actually. I'm changing my mind about the equipment I'm bringing with me down that corridor. Yeah, I have a lot more healing items than I have ammo. I should probably just tank damage for a little while. And, save ammo for the lab. I also wonder if I'm missing some things in black and white. Oh boy. I'm loving this though. This is very tense. The difficulty is just right. Look at all that. Yeah, let's make use of all that. It's just taking up space. It's not getting used. I'm playing arranged mode. The director's cut. We got a lot of interesting George sounds tonight. One of the best background tracks you could ask for. So I'm kind of tempted to just run past this zombie, maybe get slapped a couple times, and go for whatever doors it's guarding. Maybe I should use the knife on it. I'll get slapped a couple times, but I might actually be able to kill it. I'll just take a bunch of damage. Or I'll at least know a bit more about whether or not it's a regular zombie or a super zombie. Yeah, its head is bald and kind of bumpy. Let's keep the shotgun out. Why did they give you that radio option? When is that ever going to be used? Okay, we're going to run past it and then take a left. Right? That's what we're going to do. Wait for it to turn around. And we'll go. See you later, fucko. Oh, that's the zombie eating sound. Yeah! I didn't have to fight either of you guys. But there were 3 herbs there and I want them. I just might want them later instead of right now. Yeah, I only have 1 inventory space. It's fine to... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Fine to leave them behind for now. Acid round and shotgun. Acid round and shotgun. Okay, magnum round and shotgun. Magnum round and shotgun. Oh, I hear it in my left. Nice try, buddy. Too bad. Yeah, it's dead. Walking past the corpses still makes me nervous. Like... Oh, this is where the elevator would have put me. Is it? Yeah, I'm on the 2nd floor. This is the music I was hearing. Green, no. If it's a red herb, I might. So I kind of do want to check all 3 of those. Uh-oh, windows. Oh boy. Okay, so there's a big room. Gonna be a door on the far end of it. So I guess this counts as me completing the basement elevator. Keypad, kitchen, tiger statue. So kitchen's been taken care of. Let me just double check that I didn't leave herbs behind. I think it was a previous run where I left herbs behind. Nope, no herbs. Had to hear the track again. Maybe that's why I went to check on the herbs. I just wanted to hear the track. Gosh, that was a huge waste of ammo. Holy cow. Should I really have committed to that? There's still time to load up a previous save and use what I now know to save. No, that would ruin the tension. We gotta commit to our mistakes, or else the game will feel too easy. So in Remake, this is where you fight Yawn the 2nd time. I do not remember what's behind here in the original. Okay. Oh, fuck me. Oh. Oh, that's a regular zombie. Or a super zombie. It doesn't matter. Ah! Regular zombie! Okay, what do I got? We're gonna shotgun and knife. Super zombies aren't that bad. At least run around them. How do you do knifing in this one? Maybe I can explore with him chasing me and it won't be that hard? Wow, there's 2! Maybe I should shotgun now that I've got both of them together. Yeah! Maybe I should knife them now that they're stunned. Like I'm playing RE4! No, I'm not. Ah! Okay, let's see if I can get all... Oh, was that ammo? Let's see if I can get all three of them to bunch up so I can shotgun multiple enemies at the same time. Okay. Just said okay. But they fell on the ground. I think that's how you knife. You gotta get them to get on the ground, then stab them while they're on the ground, and that's how you can save ammo. Or I can lure this guy over here where there's nothing too very relevant and ignore him while solving the puzzles on the other side of the room. Is this computer equipment? Is that what I'm seeing? Oh, bookshelves. The computer of the 15th century. Now, there's some incredibly... Oh, that's just a scrapbook! I thought it was ammo! Alright. When did how long has this been going on? I think the game does take place in '98, but I don't know what month. So that victim was found on May 27th, June 16th. This is less than a month later. Why would the newspaper encourage that? I guess the Raccoon Times is like the respectable old newspaper, and the Raccoon Weekly is the salacious tabloid that doesn't follow the ethical principles of traditional journalism. The primeval forest. Also, people are still reporting sightings of monsters. I love reading game developers trying to imitate a newspaper. Okay, before I go tapping the A button on that particular chunk of bookshelf, let's get this guy out of the way. Okay, so the first victim showed up in the news 2 months ago. I'm guessing we're supposed to assume that it's a zombie that escaped from the very poorly contained labs here. Can I climb this? Oh, but there is something going on with the bookshelf here. I just don't want to get attacked while doing it. Did I screw it up? Five, six. Ah! This guy keeps showing up where I don't want him at the exact time I don't. Oh, yeah, sure. Yes, yes, please. Christ, yes, please. Maybe I should hit the, Tiger statue next, because I have enough magnum ammo, I think, to blast through. Do any of the games take place on Halloween? That'd be adorable. By the way, new Halloween movie recommendation. I think more families should make a wholesome family tradition out of watching... What is this? Repo the Genetic Opera. I don't remember seeing this. Oh! There it is on the map. That's what it is. Secret room that was not a very well-kept secret. Yeah, Repo the Genetic Opera is wonderful. Oh, it's so shitty. It's great. Oh no, I'm gonna have to come back here. What else do we got in here? Oh my gosh, I'm definitely gonna have to come back here. I'm gonna have to come back here before I go for the tiger statue. You know what? Let's just go make a trip to the save room right now and then come back. And I will not shoot this zombie, no matter what. I will shoot some of the zombies in the hallway connecting this place. This zombie who I'm leaving alive is so easily avoidable. We can spare him for now. But I think one of the two zombies in the connecting hallways is gonna have to go because of my return trips. Raccoon Weekly endorsed Mayor Warren, lost all my respect. Wait, when do we meet the mayor? Oh, I don't know actually. Come to think of it, I never did actually play all the way through RE3. I should do it on my portable. Let's save that for the return trip. Another unopened door I need to check out. I remember the police chief in RE2. You find out that the police chief is a corrupt weirdo who transforms into a boss monster. By the way, we're tanking damage instead of shooting them. Ammo is more important than healing items, so long as I'm up against normal, ordinary zombies. Okay, so I'm going to quiet the game for a while and play an interesting YouTube video of a fan remixing the basement music, and the fan uses the word fixed to describe what they did to the basement music. I should probably save. There's more ink ribbons where I'm going. And I'll also eat a fingerful of ramen noodle dust with packet dust. The lore behind that basement music was that the music composer, yeah, that's the word that they compose, was claiming to be deaf. And on their deathbed, I think, I don't know, that I'm wondering if I'm remembering that right. I might be saying the wrong thing, but I think they were a famous composer in Japan because they were making beautiful music despite being deaf. And it was this inspiring tale of overcoming adversity to make glorious art. Wait, no, before I save, I need to think more about the equipment I want to bring for my next run. I want to bring healing items and a like lightweight gun that's not that important. We're going to be clearing the upstairs. We're not going for whatever in the world the MO desk is for. We're not gonna need the red jewel. We might, yeah, let's bring the knife, the shotgun, and not the revolver or the bazooka. That's too much. And there will be healing items to get on the way. I'm gonna take damage, but pick up herbs as I take damage. Okay, so yeah, Spoilers, Lo-Fi Basement Remix, what? The story goes that the composer of that music was deaf, and I don't remember if it was a deathbed confession or some other type of dramatic confession. But I think that later on in his life, over a decade and some change after this game was out, something like 2018, I think, is when the news came out, that he actually wasn't deaf all along, and he fooled you. Bum bum bum. And I'm thinking that that basement music track is so bad compared to some other music in the game that's actually really good and kind of fantastic, because it was there to provide him a bit of a cover story. He is still alive, came out in 2014. Okay, was it a friend of his who did the confession? There was drama behind it. I remember he didn't just straight up like say it during a casual news interview. It had to be uncovered somehow. So yeah, the deathbed confession, yeah, that was totally wrong. I'm sorry, I spread misinformation on the internet. It was not a deathbed confession, it was some other kind of confession. And there's a some fans have discovered that if you actually put that same composition for the basement into a different sound format with different instruments, it sounds like it makes a lot of sense, actually. Is there actually a way to disable the audio music? Config sound. Oh, that's all we got, stereo or mono, huh? Operation. Yeah, we're just gonna have to quiet the game. So this is a remix slash rearrangement of the basement theme by a fan called Dexiaz Phantom. This was uploaded in 2023, but for some reason I feel like I heard this before, and that the story of what was going on with the basement music has been around for more years than that. But then again, 23, oh yeah, that was only 2 years ago. It's been infamous for over a decade. The fans call it clown trumpets farting. But the same composition played on different instruments makes a hell of a lot more sense. And so the cover story is that he knew how to compose great music, but couldn't actually hear the instruments himself. Like, this deaf guy was somehow plugged into the tunes of human rhythmic pacing and moods, but didn't actually know what the instruments themselves sounded like, and therefore couldn't do it right. Because this is what you got. Might have been what we might have gotten if he decided to press a different button on his Casio keyboard while hammering the notes out. Here we go. Listen to this. It's actually spooky. Yeah, that kicked ass. Let's not get it looping though. So I'm wondering if it's possible, and if someone might have already done it, to make a mod effectively. I don't know what you would call it in this case, because it's a PlayStation game you gotta emulate. Maybe if you wanna work on the GOG version, the actual PC version of Resident Evil 1, you might be able to do it easier, but yeah, it should be theoretically possible, somehow, some way, to modify the game's audio files and get the director's cut soundtrack sounding as best as it possibly can, right? I would love to play the game like that. Do you think it's the same for the plant fight boss music? Maybe. What's it called? Let's Resident Evil director's cut plant boss. Plant 42. Okay. I'm gonna lower the volume of the game a bit and we'll listen to Plant 42. It's cats running across the keyboard. How are they gonna fix this one? I had an actual false sense of security because I was not expecting those birds, and I'm wondering if some cool music plays when the birds crash through that I missed out on. So I'm gonna try to take one of those green herbs and just nibble on it, because my health is just a caution. It's not a danger. It's not that bad. And I think I might be able to be real slick. Grab this thing while the zombie's distracted with its eating. So let's see. I want to keep running, actually. This might be kind of tricky. Can I turn around or do I run straight ahead? I run straight ahead. No, I turn around. Yeah. Woo! Also, I had a blue herb. It looks like a green herb in black and white, but it's a blue herb. Okay. Let's see if there are any YouTube videos called Plant 42 Fix. Oh, no, I'm getting like military propaganda. Oh, yeah, I'm getting like... What? Something about... Yeah, I'm getting videos about US military aircraft. Plant 42 Fixed is giving me video results about planes out of a Plant 42 in Palmdale, California. They apparently made space shuttles. That was cool. Shuttle Endeavour's final flight after departing Edwards Air Force Base, taken at Plant 42. And the fixed word is giving me some results of fixed-wing stealth aircraft. Not finding Resident Evil music when I type in Plant 42 Fixed. Finding stuff about an Air Force Plant 42. Way down the page is a Resident Evil Plant 42. Okay, no, I think I get it. You know how Area 51 is an Air Force base that's numbered 51? Apparently there's another Air Force base numbered 42 where they make experimental aircraft, but it doesn't seem to have quite the same mystique as 51 has. He's getting radicalized. Alright, are those birds still gonna be in here? Can I scoop up all the supplies in this room in peace, or am I gonna have to shotgun these birds? Because that's something I don't know how, if I can kite around. Those birds do serious damage in the director's cut arranged mode. Okay, maybe if I go slowly, it won't attack me. What is this? Is this a car battery? Yes! Okay, that's like one of the first times I saw some ambiguously shaped low poly thing, and it is exactly what I thought it was. Now I can move the elevator. Wait, we already could move the elevator. What's she talking? Oh, she's talking about the one out by the guardhouse. Oh no, maybe there's supplies on the table and the crows are guarding it. I don't know, my A button's not picking up anything. Did I get everything in here? I think I did. Okay, well, good thing I don't have to fight the crows then. Why do the burbs have a car battery? I don't think they do. I think the burbs just claimed the room with the car battery already in it. Obviously to start with their car. Duh, obvious. Oh no, my smartphone's about to run out of battery. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna change smartphones. We'll leave some cool music playing while we do. Eddie, you're such a sweet baby boy. I love you. I'm back. Did I miss anything? My hair all weird? Yes. Okay. There we go. So we're gonna be making a trip to the elevator in the courtyard area soon. Always test out a new area with auto aim first. Will definitely come in useful. Oh gosh. I need to return to the save room again. Or I can save some. I might want to return to the save room anyway, if there's still one more room left up here I have yet to raid. Maybe I should use the cheapest ammo on the zombie at the end of the hallway. Yeah. Health fine, health is fine. I wonder if it's also going to be worth a save when I make my trip back. I've forgotten what genuine progression is. Oh, are you talking... Lemons, are you talking about... the bloop bloop? Bloop. Yeah, I think early versions of Steam also use that sound effect for something. Something going on in the friends list. And it always weirds me the fuck out whenever I start an RE1 playthrough, but you get used to it. Get used to it. Should I go for the tiger statue right now? I think I should save, because I have two interesting choices ahead of me. Tiger statue or further clear out the upstairs for supplies. This is gonna be a double green, right? Yeah, I can tell. Okay. Oh, Lord. So, if we have a room full of hunters, let's use the Magnum and the bazooka. Do I have any acid rounds? Because those are really the good ones. Battery, that can go on the top of the puzzle items pile. We won't be using that for a while. Huh. Okay, let's load the bazooka and then decide if I want the ammo or the weapons taking up that extra inventory spot. We want the ammo. Yeah, 1, 3. I don't feel great about it, but this will be our loadout for the... Oh wait, no. Tiger statue needs a jewel. Red jewel, red jewel. I was about to scream if the red jewel wasn't in there. What if it turns out that Tommy Tallarico made that bloop noise? God damn, these filters look good. I still can't get it to look like an actual CRT though. I'm seeing aliasing. Alright, I might want to go up and down the stairs to deactivate the hunter's tracking AI. He likes to eerily walk after me when I come out of the save room, but not when I come out of the stairwell. Another Guinness record for most bloops. I think I'll use the explosive rounds because I remember seeing a few of them bunched up in close quarters. Oh boy. Okay, there is a room this guy's right. I might could dash into to turn his AI off. I'll have to fight him. But I will have to fight the others. Yeah! Yeah, this room. I'm definitely gonna have to fight the others though. New supplies. Yeah! Did I miss this on my first go-round, actually? Ah! Okay. Good thing I saved. Resident E. How do you remember that, Penta Penguin? Oh, probably because you have to deal with less bullshit in one. Fighting the condo wars. Very tiring. Let's bring an extra healing item since I know what kind of bullshit I'm gonna be putting up with. I'm also wondering if it's better to approach these guys from the basement instead. Or from the first floor. Or from the north instead. From the dining room zone. The dining room zone. Yes, yes it is. Unless they spawn new monsters way there. Oh, there are gonna be new spiders, but I can avoid them easier than I can the hunters. Okay, new route, new plan. This will give me more space. I'll catch them on their backside or something if I take this alternate route. Which Resident Evil game is the most Resident Evil game? I would say Remake. Like when I close my eyes and think of the classical definition of Resident Evil, I see something that looks an awful lot like Remake in my brain. If there's like a movie or TV show for Grandma Normie, and Grandma Normie has some like vision in their head of what survival horror action games look and play like, they're probably gonna show something like Resident Evil Remake to get the idea across. Remake is just like, Remake is the classical definition of a survival horror game. It's the franchise pioneered the concept, popularized it, and then also polished it up to a like... Resident Evil Remake is like a Greek marble statue version of a survival horror game. It is the ideal of what they all want to be. Remake of 4? No. Grandma, when the collective conscious closes their eyes and imagines a survival horror game, they're not picturing the remake of 4. Alright, now... I'm gonna blast my bullets down the hallway here, and then when they start showing up, I'm gonna blast grenades to catch them in splash damage. Is this hitting? Oh, okay. I'm fine. There are only two? I hear no footsteps. Still hear no footsteps. Ah! Oh, how did she miss? Come on. Alright. At least I managed to kill one of them, but that was not elegant. Hunters are nuts. But that was a more viable route than my first attempt. Drive-by scratch. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it takes a lot of energy from them to take a head off. Very, very casual, lightweight motion. So, I know I've been dying and retrying a lot, but I'm really enjoying it, and it makes it feel more like I'm playing Remake. I have to consciously think about the route that I'm taking through the mansion. My usual strategy of just shooting zombies who are in your way and going past them is not working. You have to juke enemies around long circular corridors and come at them from angles that they're not going to be facing when you exit the doorways. It's nice. I like this. This sucks. I love it. I wonder if I could actually make it inside the tiger room without having to take too many big risks. Aiming into the camera's kind of awkward here. So that time I didn't start shooting until she was auto-aiming at them. Which I think really is the big improvement that you want out of the director's cut compared to the regular edition, is that auto-aim stuff. This has you thinking about the proper decisions in your head, as opposed to lining up the aiming. It's more about conservation of supplies and what kind of route you wanted to be picking. Okay, that's definitely dead. Alright, that's two. Pretty sure there's going to be a third one at some point. Let's go do this tiger statue. I wonder what it could mean. What a cryptic... Ah! Come on! What a cryptic solution. Sorry, I was mashing A, trying to get it to skip through the text, and I ended up mashing A just to bring the text back up 2 more times. Magnum ammo? It looks like a lot of Magnum ammo, which is nice, I guess. But I suppose I was expecting a more story-relevant puzzle item or something. Achoo! Achoo! Oh, excuse me, sorry. I'm tired. I'm looking forward to eating a hot dog and french fry and watching a movie and going to bed. I'm gonna be running a bunch of errands and doing shopping tomorrow, which means I'm gonna have a tiring day of bicycling all around the city. It'll be fun, though. I'm checking for ammo again. Did I leave Dr. Zombie alive? No, I did not. I meant undead. Did I leave Dr. Zombie in an undead state? So, I think the remake has more color-coded puzzles than the original does. I think I remember, like if you put the wrong jewel in the tiger's eye, snakes drop down from the ceiling. Nervous! Ah! I think I also remember the blue herbs being more important. I want to check the plant room again for, supplies I might have missed. I think I saw something shining in the corner. Oh, that's... Mashing A, mashing A. Mashing and mashing and mashing. Not picking anything up, but I'm mashing alright. Okay, so there's shotgun ammo in a room on my left, but there's also going to be a hunter that I don't think I should fight because I can take a long route around him. Right? Yeah, that guy. That guy does not look as easily avoidable as the one on the stairs. Ugh, don't remind me though, Roller 42, you're just making me more scared by telling me that there's just more hunters I'm gonna have to put up with later. I'm still trying to debate whether or not I want to play Hunt Showdown. It depends on whether or not I get bored of Resident Evil in the next 2 hours. I don't know if I will though, this game is a lot of fun. I also got to tell the story I wanted to tell to the specific music track I wanted to tell it to tonight. Oh, a screenshot from an old game magazine that's moving. Okay, now that might not just be the black and white. That might also be a result of the downsampling blurring going on. I have an option turned on in DuckStation where they apply Gaussian blurring to... Let me find the F11 button on my keyboard. This is so cool. I love this. Graphics. Downsampling. It's set to box mode. So this downsamples the 3D and gives a little bit of a smoothing effect to the background. If you turn it off, you can see how she pops now. She really does not look like she belongs in the background. It looks like she's made out of triangles. I also have the PX stuff turned on to turn off the wobbling. Never really was a fan of the PlayStation wobble. Oh yeah, look at that. There's statue rubble in the left of the frame that I wouldn't have even thought was 3D, because when you have this downsample mode, it blends into the background so well. So it applies a Gaussian blur effect to the stuff that's 3D polygon renders. So that way, when Jill is moving around, she's about as blurry as the background. She really does look like she belongs in the same world as the background, and that's not the effect that you get when those options are set on their default. It's a beautiful way to play this game. I have had so much fun playing it like this. What was I doing? I was doing something fancy. Yeah, I wanted to return to the save room. I don't know if I want to make another save, though. Yes, I do. There's some more rooms upstairs. There's one more room upstairs I need to clear out. And I might be interested in making another run around the first floor, because there might be... I know of an herb on east wing of the mansion around the L-shaped dog window corridor. Now it's going to have spiders. There's at least one green herb waiting for me to pick it up past that, and the spiders are less of a threat than the hunters. But that hallway is patrolled by hunters. Should I check the courtyard outside too, maybe? I'll have to run past the spiders. I don't want to fight them. I have plenty of healing items. Why am I going upstairs? Why am I going upstairs? Why? Oh, because this is the safer route to the save room. This is like playing Remake. It's really where you're completely changing your route through the mansion and taking a ridiculously long zigzaggy route just to avoid the Crimson Heads that you're leaving behind. I want to eat a save room herb, but I'm still debating whether or not I want to make an actual. And I just went in a completely inefficient circular route just to avoid one hunter in my path. Okay, let's eat one of those green herbs. Let's reload our shotgun. Our ink ribbons are only... still don't have a lot to go around. Ew. But I've done a lot in the past 10-15 minutes. I do think I should be saving. Okay. I was gonna go upstairs. They're not particularly powerful monsters, most of those rooms upstairs, but there's no telling what's behind the one room I have yet to explore. So let's do bazooka and pistol. I don't know if I'll be using the pistol much at all. There are some weak zombies in the lab that the pistol might be good for, though. And let's not bring extra bazooka rounds with us. I'm feeling kind of exposed with such little ammo on me this run, but I think I know how to predict what's ahead well enough to account for it. I don't remember any bosses for a while. I think we're almost done backtracking through the mansion. The helmet key She decided to throw it away. All rooms except this last one have been explored, and I just want to backtrack some previous ones where I think some supplies might have been left behind. Oh, I haven't monitored my temperature in a while. Phew, good thing it's only 52 degrees Celsius. So, I've got the case opened up, and I've got my fan spinning. Not the most elegant of combinations. I am a little worried about how much dust might have been accumulating in this machine over the past... Hang on a second. Over the past 6 months, while I've been using it with the case open so much, because the air conditioner has been spewing out a shitload of dust ever since the fire in January 2024. But, I don't even think I'll need to order a new fan hub. My fan hub died, but there are enough fan plugs and ports in the motherboard to support all the fans that I need. So, finally getting the case on and using this computer properly to its full potential is more a matter of whether or not I have... Oh god, I'm dreading it. I do need to dedicate, like, a day-long project to computer surgery where I'm going to be swapping out power supplies between my two computers, because this gamer computer has a work computer power supply, and my work computer has a gamer computer power supply. What room is this? I don't remember this room. Okay, it's a rectangle. What a concept. Did you swap the power supplies? No, that's a pain in the ass. Swapping power supplies is one of the tougher things to do. I think one of my two computers could also use a new fan. One of its fans died. I'm also going to order a pair of tweezers specifically for computer work, because when I was plugging the fans in and out of those really basic looking, kind of naked looking 4-pin fan connectors, I was very not elegantly able to do it. Oh, one of these bookshelves is not like the other. Hang on, let me see what dramatic effect my DuckStation graphics options are giving this thing here. Because if I turn downsampling off, and then the geometry correction off, the suspicious bookshelf looks about... Okay, I'm sorry. Downsampling is so nice. Yeah, it does look kind of different from the other bookshelves. Not quite as jarring as I was expecting when I turned it off, but it looks just different enough for the trained eye to be able to tell what's going on here. If I wasn't a true hardcore no-life gamer, I might have to think a bit about this puzzle, but that's just how I want it. What is this? Which? Why does it look like a sexy lady bust? That is totally a sexy lady bust. Alright, so that is a movable statue of a ancient soldier with a broomed helmet. This is a sexy lady bust chiseled out of marble in the book room. This shelf is not pushable. It looks like there's some kind of Polaroid photo or something. That is pushable. Not sure what's going on here. Some kind of video game puzzle, I see. Oh, that's a light, not a Polaroid. Something has been placed here. Something has been placed here. Most of them are on camera. Maybe we're supposed to put the statue under the light? Oh no, I can do the delta stream so long as the temperatures are under control, and the temperatures being under control is a matter of whether or not the fans are working at all. So, back in 2023, my computer exploded, and I shit you not, there were actual sparks, there was actual smoke, the power to the whole room turned off, and I had to reset it at the breaker. And that meant that the computer died from a power surge. When your power supply explodes from a power surge, you run the risk of breaking some other components as well. The motherboard died. I do not know whether or not the RAM died, because I got a new motherboard with new RAM to replace it from very generous fan donations. And the graphics card was funny. The graphics card outputted glitchy red graphics. It was still usable, but not pragmatically so. The mouse survived, the monitor, keyboard, like, user peripherals survived. The fan survived, but the fan hub was damaged, but not completely so, kind of like the graphics card. It was a damaged electronic in that certain state where if you jiggle it just the right way, it'll work, but then if you accidentally tap it with your fingers all of a sudden, it'll die again until you jiggle it just the right way. And so I rebuilt this gaming computer with some generous fan donation parts, and I see I'm still using my old CPU cooler in there. The CPU cooler survived. And the fan hub worked on and off for a while. And it worked up until I was able to jiggle it around and get it working again, up until putting the case back on, at which point all the cables, it's really, really messy right now because I've been assuming, I've been working under the assumption that the case was going to be open for a little while, and then 6 months came and went before I knew it, and the case is still open, and the thing is gathering dust at an alarming rate. But the fans were working for most of this year. There was just one day last week when they weren't working. And by last week, I mean last Monday. And it's because the fan hub died. But today, I spent an annoying amount of time plugging the fans individually into some chassis fan ports. One of these fans is plugged into a water cooling pump port, but it still powers fans just as well, same difference. So the temperature is fine. The case is open and the fans are spinning, which is like seriously great ventilation and airflow, but bad for dust buildup. So someday, sooner rather than later, I keep putting it off because this is a pain in the ass and it's hard work. It's not the fun kind of computer surgery. But one of these days, I'm going to have to do an annoying day of annoying computer surgery. Yeah, because I'm not going to get anything out of it that's fun to play with. I'm going to be swapping out the power supplies, and while I'm at it, I'll be making sure that the fans won't crap out on me. But fortunately, I don't need to buy another fan hub. Unfortunately, though, that might just be too my penny pinching habits are still strong in me, and they should be until this condo war business is over. Even though I've got money to throw around, the fan hubs are not expensive, but I still should not even be spending that money on fan hubs. I could buy a fan splitter for $4, but replacing the fan hub that the case came with would be about a $10 purchase. Maybe I should do it. If I go through the hub, it'll have controllable speed where the fans will speed up and slow down depending on the load. If I plug the fans straight into the motherboard, they'll be at full speed all the time. I don't think it really makes a practical difference. I think it's, if they were loud, you would be weighing off noise. But one thing I guess I want to be concerned about is lifespan. If these fans will last a little longer, if they're allowed to take a break every now and then when the computer's not under load, I would probably be more interested in that $10 fan hub. This is a library. Why is there a statue puzzle? I don't know, but I got concentrated in talking about computer for a while, and now I need to do this thing. Ah, that's so cute! God, I love this game. Doom Book. Eagle of East. Wolf of West. Doom Book 1. Oh, that means there will be a Doom Book 2 later, won't there be? So yeah, this is Penta Penguin, you asked, this is a library. Why is there a statue puzzle? So that one of the bookshelves would slide out of the way to reveal a hidden room, of course. Okay, Doom Book 1. There was a medal in the book. Yay, Eagle medal. Okay. Oh my gosh, I forgot to put my ink ribbons away. So am I done here? Where is Doom Book 2? Is it gonna be in the, guardhouse zone area? This is starting to get complicated. I'm kind of worried about whether or not I missed something critical earlier. Because I don't think the map system keeps track of whether or not you've fully cleared out rooms of items like the remake map does. Oh, did I see a room I missed? No, that was the room I was in. I think I've gotten everything. I've been everywhere. Yeah. Huh. Okay, so last thing I want to do is investigate the dog window hallway. Actually, I want to mash A on the bookshelves because it looks like something might have been popping up from the background. Doom! I think I'll take this route just to avoid the zombies in the hallway that are kind of tricky to avoid. There's going to be spiders to avoid, but they're less tricky to avoid than the zombies in the hallway are. What movie should I watch tonight before going to bed? Should I watch Young Franken... Hold that thought. Okay, what movie should I watch tonight? Should I watch Young Frankenstein? Should I watch Frankenstein and Bride of Frankenstein? I kind of want to see Bride of Frankenstein after doing all this black and white horror. Should I watch a Cold War spy movie with Metal Gear Solid 3 vibes called The Spy Who Came In From the Cold? What else has been on my list? I should watch Young Frankenstein. Still never got around to seeing Young Frankenstein. Oh my god. I just realized that when I go back to the guardhouse, I should take the basement route. There's hunters guarding the two other possible routes. That's scary. And I want to be saving ammo at this part of the game. I felt a resource squeeze a few minutes ago, and it was so terrifying and tense, and I never want to feel it again. Here is the herb I left behind. Was that worth the trip? I don't know. Herbs are cheap. Ammo is expensive right now. These are regular zombies, right? These guys gonna be worth the ammo? Yes, guys were worth the ammo. Wait, that's an herb. That's an... Oh my gosh, that's just a weed growing on a pipe. That's not an herb, you silly boy. Alright, I think one of these zombies is still alive because she's auto-aiming it. Yeah, that guy. Caution. Alright, I guess I'll just eat the green herb I just picked up then. That was a waste of ammo. That was a total waste of ammo. Those guys were guarding... Okay, were they really guarding nothing useful? Let me double check. I'm gonna mash A all over. Young Frankenstein sounds like the ideal option to match with the vibes of Ariel. I think I will watch Young. Mashing A. I love it when their facial detail comes through. Like it's a treat. Like it appears when only from certain camera angles when you're especially close to the camera. Like there's one right here. Yeah. You don't get to see her face often. And so it like makes it feel like there's something a little more important going on when you do. Creepy stuff. No ammo, huh? Just creepy stuff. How come that spider's so bad at grabbing prey? Just kind of waved its arms high at me for a while. Okay, so we're gonna take the basement back to the Yawn Snake Boss fight room. We're not gonna reinvestigate anything. Actually, I'm kind of tempted. So we're not gonna reinvestigate the forest death balcony. I was playing this game a few days ago for video essay footage, and saw that that area is useless. There's nothing useful there. But I might find something useful in the in the Kevin death room. But there is a hunter guarding it, and it's not worth it. It is not worth the ammo. Whatever's on the other side of that is just not going to be worth dealing with another hunter. Hunters are awful. God, I hope these hunters aren't going to be all around the guardhouse too. Fucko. Hey, I wonder if there's any new supplies in the jazz room. There usually aren't any spooky monsters in the jazz room. Jazz room's too cool for that. You know what I actually just realized here? This room is extremely small and cramped, but they have everything they need in here to make $1,000 or so from 20 or so paying customers if it were a bar. This is a room that is designed to kind of look like one of those tiny Tokyo, maybe slightly bigger than one of the Golden Guy bars, but this looks like a Japanese bar, and specifically in a big cramped Japanese city like Tokyo bar. Yeah, I suppose it would make sense for the Spencer Manor to have a bar room every now and then. But there's also a piano in here, and some bookshelves, and a table, and a decorative plant, and it's really, really cramped. I don't think they need the piano, nor the, yeah, I feel like if they didn't have these Japanese space-saving efficiency design sensibilities, if Spencer was a real American who was spending a bunch of money on a vanity mansion that's not even a real mansion, I don't think they would have put the piano there. Staff lounge. I expect here. Yeah, it does. It looks like one of the bars that that most of the plot of a Yakuza game takes place in. Its placement is also weird. Like, if you want to entertain guests in that room, why would you want them to walk past the dining room, past the foyer, past the dining room, past a corridor, and then you get to the jazz room where they will spend hours upon hours of their visit to your nice fancy mansion in this tiny little cramped room with no windows either. I just realized that too, the way it's played. Hold that thought. For the rest of my entire life, I am going to associate this music track with Donald Trump giving Bill Clinton a blowjob. If they ever make a movie about that, they should use this music for the scene. Alright. That was a very long, annoying route to take, but we did not have to... Look at this! There's another piano in here, in this room with no windows. That was a very long, annoying route to take, but we didn't have to fight any hunters on our way. I also want to check out the rooms that are going to be on the left of this hallway up here. I feel like I remember pretty strongly at least some herbs getting left behind. I think I remember zombies in this room and herbs in this room, and I remember leaving them behind because I didn't think they were worth the fight. But now they're gone and there's no herbs. That's creepy, that's spooky. Alright, let me just mash A. Oh! Oh! Huh. How did I miss that the first time through? How did I miss this the first time through? I love how with the PGPX correction turned on and the downsample blurring, it looks like Jill and the it looks like the environment has an only slightly higher poly count than Jill does. Both the environment and Jill are designed for a low poly art style. It's a beautiful, beautiful visual. This room's creepy. Oh, it's the 1950s, 60s sitcom room where the husband and wife are gonna sleep in separate beds. Oh, Dr. Strangelove had that going on, and it's so funny. Yeah, Dr. Strangelove has this hilarious scene where a man and woman are extremely blatantly having in a room to have sex. They're sex people in a sex room, and they are talking not as explicitly as they possibly could, given the rating standards at the time. And you see these two little beds in the background just making an absolutely cheeky joke about them being in the sex zone. Ah! Let's not go that way. What the hell? I didn't know that guy was there. Was he there this whole time? Did I casually run past that hunter like 4 times when retrying my runs through the basement? Anyway, it sure does feel nice to finally be done with all this. Did I ever read this note? What a swell guy. Okay, we got 4 ink ribbons on our person. Do we have any in the item bin? We won't need the eagle medal for a while. Put them with puzzle items. I'll be right back. I want to see whether or not my bathroom's leaking again. I'm gonna have the fear in me for a while of that stuff. We're fine. Bathroom's not leaking. Everything's fine. Killed you in previous weeks. I don't think I saw any ink ribbons on the list, though. But anyways, we're going back to, yeah, battery. We're going to the battery zone. Okay, there's gonna be dogs. There might be snakes. I want to organize this. Yeah, let's put the shells and the shotgun a bit further away from the puzzle items so I have things organized. Puzzle items, healing items, and weapons all on the same stack. Oh, the crank. You use that in the cave, don't you? How does Jill know to throw away the helmet key, but not the crank? We'll rely on the shotgun for a while. Maybe I should bring an extra healing item with me, because I have so many more of those than I do ammo. If Capcom were to ever open an amusement park, oh buddy, do I have some good news for you. There have been several Resident Evil themed zombie escape room attractions in Japan. There was a Resident Evil musical stage play and it kicked ass. Yeah, live action Resident Evil entertainment has happened a couple times before. I don't know if it's if you would call it theme park, but I think the way it worked is that you would go to Universal Theme Park Tokyo and there would be like a Resident Evil chunk of it. It was called Resident Evil The Real. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna straight up call it a theme park. I think escape room might be more like it. But what is an escape room but a smaller scale theme park? An escape room's a theme house. Yeah, there's something awful lot like what you're talking about. Cheggy25, Google Resident Evil The Real, because in Japanese apparently that's Wah! That's how grammar works. I sure am glad I saved, Jesus Christ. Why is that guy there? Shouldn't I have killed that guy before? So, Resident Evil The Real. Is that what Metal Gear Solid was called? Metal Gear Solid The Real? I think it was called Metal Gear Solid, like, Escape X Tokyo or something. I don't think it was called I don't think it was called Metal Gear Solid The Real, but Resident Evil The Real was the escape room haunted house attraction that I think was actually located at a theme park in Japan. I think it was Universal Studios Tokyo. It was definitely not Disney Tokyo. And Resident Evil The Stage was the stage play where you could go bring your date for a romantic date night. And then there's the Capcom bar where you can go to a restaurant and order Resident Evil drinks. And one of the Resident Evil drinks has like a little spongy brain with goopy blood and guts in it that you drink. Great. Jesus, Louises, 4 shells? Is that really the kind of ammo budget we're working with in this economy? So yeah, it has happened. You would be interested. Cheggy25. Oh geez. I'm checking for extra ammo. I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight crows. I just want extra ammo. Okay, looks like I'm allowed to run. I think this is the best music track in the director's cut. It is so good. Like this sounds like you're fighting a Bloodborne boss. There's so much dread in this music. And it only gets used for a second. So, I don't know if they required you to do like Spencer Manor, Fisher Price, put the square medallion in the square hole puzzles, but in the Metal Gear Solid escape room you did. Okay, we're gonna take it. Whoa! Haha, fuck you. Yeah, you thought you were scary, you weren't. I want to double check everything for supplies. I've spotted a few items that I missed before, and ever since I had that resource squeeze earlier, I'm scared. I am more afraid of running out of supplies than I am of any individual bad guy, and that's just good game design. Japan is wild, man. Oh. Things have slowed down in recent years. But yeah, it is great that they had live-action entertainments themed after your favorite video game franchises for a while. It's a combination of them having the pedestrian-centric train economy and video games just, for whatever various reasons, being a more mainstream cultural reference point for mass market audiences to connect. Ah! Okay, I don't think I missed anything there, did I though? So there is a way to walk past those dogs without alerting them, and I haven't quite figured it out yet. Where am I? Okay, yeah, there was an elevator back there that I might want to investigate. I don't know. Yeah, let's go investigate the elevator back there. Because maybe with the battery I can save some time. Should I use... No. I don't have time to go back to the save room. I don't have any pistol ammo for these dogs. So yeah, shopping malls are kind of dead in most of America. And in Japan, like 15% of most cities are basically resembling some kind of shopping mall. Shopping malls are busy and crowded and active and making a shitload of money for a shitload of people still. You could probably get a job. Imagine that, a job. And these days, you could just go to the shopping mall and get a job and make money to buy things with at the mall. The mall would have customers with money to spend with the jobs that they work at the mall. I cannot fathom what sort of utopian society could perpetuate such a system. In any case, for something like that to happen in America, you would need a lot more people walking around the building that the Resident Evil Haunted House theme park would be at. And you would also need them all to have some kind of common interest in Resident Evil or campy video game themed horror haunted house actions. But I really think it's the trains that do it. It's the train stations resemble shopping malls, and it generates massive amounts of foot traffic. And if the massive amounts of foot traffic weren't going to video game themed attractions and haunted houses, they would nevertheless be doing something else with all that foot traffic, with people carrying spare change on them. You're not supposed to spend a lot of your life at your own house in Japan, which is a different dynamic. Like, whenever... Oh, this is just going back to where we were. Can I take the elevator down instead of up? I thought we'd go down to some caves and that there's an Indiana Jones boulder. But yeah, like in the States, VR arcades were around for maybe 5 years. And I feel like they only existed for about as long as it took people to either get their own VR machine at home or Oh, I get it now. What am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that in America, it feels like if you're spending a lot of time outside your home, it means that your home's not good enough to entertain you by itself, and it probably, I don't know about you guys, but mine is. But in Japan, your home is so tiny and ill-equipped for a lifetime's worth of entertainment and food and books and movies that you would get those thrills outside your home. And maybe if America was a much smaller nation with a much higher population density, those dynamics would be different. There's a lot that would need to be different. I don't think we would ever get the economy in the city urban planning and the population density is just too different. America would need to be 1/8 the size of it was if we would ever have a working economy of Resident Evil themed parks and haunted houses and stuff like they occasionally get to enjoy in the biggest cities of Japan. Wow. Very powerful atmosphere with the running water turning off and on. I didn't realize how unnatural the water was until it turned off and we're just back to crickets and dogs howling. Yeah, the train stations are shopping centers. The shopping centers... The buildings that are dedicated shopping centers are insane. They're like 7 stories big and have a rooftop playground that you drop the kids off while doing the rest of your shopping on all 7 floors. There was an area in the original Pokemon game designed after one of them. Oh, and you can sell crap. You could sell actual turds of poop and make a lot of money if you just had your stall in front of the train station. Like the absolute volume of people going in and out would mean that so long as you had retail space in one of those train stations, you could get away with anything. Here we are. Oh, this looks striking in black and white. Alright, what does the map call this area? Courtyard. Okay. Is this a door? Yes, yes it is. Barry!
Oh, Jill. What good timing. A moment ago I heard someone's voice coming from this hole. Let's go together since it's dark and we can't see very well.
Dark? Really?
Okay, let's go.
Okay, then I'm gonna cover you. Let's hurry. Hey, are you all right? I can go first if you want me to.
Oh, yes, please. I'm a little nervous.
I understand. It may be more dangerous if you come behind me. Be careful.
Barry?
I think I remember hunters. I need a save room. Oh man. Okay, I remember giant spiders. I remember an Indiana Jones boulder. I hope those rules apply to me. 2 magnum shots would be good to know.
Let's go together.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, then I'm gonna cover you. Let's hurry.
Didn't he just say that? So what happens if you pick different options? Dialogue early. The music is insane again, but it kind of works. Hey Maxwell Bronson, yeah. My monthly bill is still $1,100. My property manager is still a source of fear and terror. Seems to enjoy being that. The HOA board is still comprised of people who don't live here. Seem to want us being in fear and terror of the property manager. The cutscene? Oh my gosh, the angle was just so dramatic, I thought it was. Door? This area is a lot more confusing than I remember. Okay, so this door... Go back to the earlier area, right? It's gonna be like it for quite a while. Don't get your hopes up that it will change soon. The one and only thing that will get it to be better is private litigation. I want to be trying to feel out any potential save rooms. I really want to go to a save room before anything else.
Lost courage already? It's not
Kinda.
like you.
Yes, it is.
Lost courage already?
Ah!
It's not like you.
Thanks, Maxwell Bronson.
Lost courage already? It's not like you.
Ah, is he making fun of me for wanting to check whether or not that other door I didn't go through was a save room? Oh jeez, I don't like this piano. Ooh. Ooh. What are you doing? Okay, what is this map? Right. Beige hallway.
Is that Jill?
Is that voice Enrico's?
Yeah?
You're alive!
Yeah, what was the? There was
Are you with
comedic
anybody,
timing.
What? Oh, yes.
Enrico!
So, Barry and Jill together.
Are you all right, Enrico?
The stars are doomed. Someone is a traitor. Everything was plotted from the start by Umbrella. Ha!
Enrico!
Why aren't they like taking cover? Yeah, he got shot by a hidden shooter, and their initial reaction was to go further into the shooter's line of fire, which I am now remembering was actually Donald Trump's initial reaction to that assassination attempt, where he made his silhouette bigger and reached for his ears. I've seen so many depictions of gunplay in my day that if characters don't immediately get down, weirds me out. Barry is investigating. Okay, so did I just go back the way we came? There's no other doors at the end of the hallway here. Ooh. So that was Wesker, right? Oh no. Oh god. Okay, do I go forward or do I go to Jill's right? Oh boy. Oh, thank god. Okay. They know they have plot armor. Please, please. Danger, danger. I'm just running. Ah! I don't have ammo to fight him. Footsteps. Is this a save room? What about the storage box? So a boulder's gonna... Okay. Oh no, it's a square handle. I'm very immersed right now. Where is the storage box? I'm doomed if I have no storage box. Okay, so it's not a boulder gonna fill up that hole. It's gonna be the hexagon. I'm thinking of playing Hunt Showdown for 45 minutes. The maximum length of one match. So if I want to end the stream at 10:30 or 11:30, that means starting at 10:45. So that's 25 more minutes. 17. Okay. Oh, I think I'm feeling a resource squeeze again. Maybe I go to the power room? But I don't have enough ammo to kill all these hunters. I have to run. Starts. Two of them right there. They look like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or something. Like, I feel like I've seen this monster design, awfully similar monster design in a few other medias before. And I feel like they also don't look nearly as threatening as they feel. Like the rules that they are playing in the game design are brutal. They're really, really scary to go up against. But when you look at them, they kind of look like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle or a weird Lizzophos from Zelda or something like that. Good thing I saved. Okay, so what did I learn? I learned to take a turn to the right, not the left next time. I love fast forwarding through this. Resident E. Battletoads! Yeah, that is what they look like. They look just like Battletoads. But when you're holding the controllers and you have to deal with their bullshit, they feel like Crimson Heads. Like, they're one of the most terrifying video game enemies to go up against for how incredibly non-intimidating they are to look at. Right? Like, compare the visual design of this monster to something like the Regenerator from RE4. They look silly, they look goofy, they look like action figure toys. They look like Battletoads. Battletoads were designed to sell action figures, right? Weren't As we all know, the Battletoads were designed to capitalize off of the commercial success of the Cheetah-Men, so the design of the hunters here doesn't quite make a whole lot of sense. God, that footstep noise is scary. So in terms of game design, like, they're as terrifying as having to play with the Regenerators. In terms of visual design, they're as soft, cuddly, and cool, and toyetic, and marketable as Battletoads or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Alright, I guess I'm gonna try going to the power room. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's spooky. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh my god, there's 3 of them. Holy shit. How did I not... How did they not give me a, item box? Hey, is that an herb? There's something on the ground? No, not. Alright, let's see what kind of enemy placement greets me at the other end of this door. Oh, that sucks! Should have brought the bazooka. Work. What do I do? Where do I go? Oh no. Yeah, I really don't see it, and memory is not coming through for me here.
Resident Evil.
You ever thought about playing God Hand? I've played God Hand. I've never thought about streaming it though, but yeah, I could stream God Hand for a while. I didn't get super into it. I've enjoyed it, but I know it's one of those games with a super high skill cap where if someone's a complete noob at God Hand and don't know what they're doing, they're gonna get their ass kicked, and it's gonna be painful to watch for people who do know what they're doing. And I don't want to disappoint the fans, you know? Okay, what am I missing here? Maybe I missed something out here? I think there's a save room close by, actually. Oh. Thought I saw an herb. Massive pixels, but no. Truthfully, if I was not streaming the game and some rando didn't come into chat and linked me a YouTube video on how to play, I would not have enjoyed it all. Really bad tutorial. Well, one thing the game definitely has going for it, regardless of tutorial matters or not, is that wonderful sense of humor. That proto-Platinum Games humor. Oh no, that's how you can tell we're really in the bad timeline, because Platinum Games hasn't made anything fun in a long, long while. I think they kind of burnt out, right? Hasn't everyone who was the real creative drive behind that studio left? This is the save room. I'm gonna stock up on ammo. I'm not gonna do anything with those ink ribbons. But we're gonna start blasting some battle toads. Let's not save here. Save in the cave. But yeah, you can tell that we are in the bad timeline because Platinum Games with Retrospect was a real like load-bearing infrastructure of positivity in video games. And video games as a expressive work of culture or art. Very few studios were as shamelessly enthusiastic about embracing classic Japanese childhood nostalgia and how closely connected it is to the cultural developments that made video games so much more of a bigger deal over is here than Platinum Games was doing. It's been too long since I've seen a Japanese version of a Western character flash the camera that shit-eating grin that characters like Jetstream Sam and... Was the main character of Vanquish named Gabe? They were almost the same character. That guy keeps showing up in Platinum Games games. It was always so nice. Like, every 2 to 3 years, you just got to geek out, mashing buttons on a controller and giggling at what was happening on screen as a result. And yeah, fuck you guys. Wait, did they go down in one hit? Wait, did they go down in one Magnum hit? I have 23 of these. 22. Oh my gosh, I was so scared because there were 3 of them. Oh well, I can handle 18 more. Wow. That's feels kind of anticlimactic. All right. Okay! So I guess if they gang up on you, it's still a problem. Okay, so yeah, there is a weird self-seriousness among AAAs. Platinum Games was like filling up the kind of space where if you didn't have I'm not talking about video game genres, I'm talking about mood genres or atmosphere genres, vibe genres. Platinum Games was the action comedies of video games. They felt good to play, they felt good to talk about. They were hardcore gamers games, but they always had very generous easy modes. They weren't gatekeepy about it. And they were colorful, they were vibrant, the screen was always full of moving parts. 60 frames per second always. Whatever video games did uniquely to their own selves as a weird, brand new, sometimes avant-garde version of human expressions of art, Platinum Games was doing it with a sense of humor and enthusiasm that's not there with most AAA games, Western or Japanese. Like it certainly didn't feel like you were playing Silent Hill, no way. And the big Japanese AAA game I'm looking forward to playing from this year, now that I'm done with Metal Gear Solid 3, is... Oh, did they come back to life? Is, Silent Hill. Oh, let me use this pit as cover. Should I be really using this much Magnum ammo on these guys? I might want to save it for a boss or something. Wow! Okay, so sometimes they take 2 hits. Why are revolver bullets so much stronger than pistol bullets? I don't think that's how it works in real life. What'd it say it was a 357? So yeah, maybe. But I'm about to play Hunt Showdown, where most of the revolvers are relatively weak compared to the more modern weapons. Alright, well, but I still don't know what to do. I'm able to blast them, but I'm not seeing where the next puzzle solutions are going to be. Is Barry going to be finished investigating? Magnum power versus... Uh-oh. Oh, I'm back here. They did come back to life, though. What's the deal with that? So does Magnum mean that the bullet's really big? I thought that's what it means. Does it mean there's more powder in the cartridge so that the bullet flies out with more force? Is that what Magnum actually means? I thought Magnum meant that the bullet was bigger, which I guess would also require more power. But, oops! But, you know, in a lot of these Japanese games, the revolvers will always be more powerful than the semi-autos. Oops, wrong button again. But that's fine, because I kind of want to hear the PlayStation noise again. When I'm about to play a Western game here, where most of the revolvers are going to be pretty pathetic compared to some of the other guns they'll have on offer. Because, like, I remember reading a news article about how police shooting deaths did statistically increase when most police departments modernized from, like, the old LA noir detective Saturday special snub-nose revolvers to 9mm Glocks. Like that did represent a greater chance of killing whoever they striked with those guns. In real life, if the bullets revolve in a cylinder in an old cowboy gun, that does not automatically mean a bigger, worse wound on the victim on the... But anyways, what did I learn from my last death? I learned how to fight these hunters a lot more efficiently, but I still don't think I quite figured out how to solve this next puzzle. And it might be something I'll just have to do later. Oh my god, is he emulating? How else would I play in this beautiful black and white mode with no wobble? I don't like the PlayStation wobble. I'm sorry, quality garbage. The PlayStation wobble I do not consider quality. I consider it garbage. There's only one game where I like the look of it, and it's Silent Hill 1. When reality is supposed to be wobbling around your character. Oh boy. LSD Dream Emulator doesn't quite even have enough geometry on screen for you to really see some aggressive wobbling when you're moving around. The other thing is this downsampling. I think even on original hardware you'd be getting a pretty different look. But the actual downsampling method the emulator's doing would of course be impossible. Okay, let me mash A on every single freaking surface I come across. I don't remember being this stumped before. I wonder if Barry just wants me to kill the monsters and then talk to him. Glock versus revolver. Could be that the Glock's held 20 versus 6. I don't know. I think it was an old Time magazine article I was reading in the wake of some kind of school shootings, and it was talking about how popular the Glock 9mm was in general among school shooters and rappers and cops, and that apparently I think was trying to make the case that school shootings might not be as big of a problem if the regular ordinary handgun was still a revolver. Ah! I think I'm gonna switch to Hunt Showdown. All this talk about revolvers is getting me in a Hunt Showdown mood. Plus, I'm stuck again. Last time I played Resident Evil by myself, I was stuck in the basement. I managed to power through it on the stream tonight, but we're getting to a part of the difficulty curve of this arranged mode, at least, that is absolutely brutal and requiring some repetition, trial and error. We're not save scumming, but we are typewriter scumming. We're fast forward scumming through that intro video that's supposed to make you a little more afraid of dying because it takes so long to retry. But in any case, things are getting a little repetitive. We'll freshen things up with one single good round, hopefully good round, of Sunt Hoedown. Let me change the category here. Oh my god, there's 1.6 thousand viewers watching Hunt Showdown being streamed right now on Twitch. Austrian violence. This will also be a... Oh, did my camera go? Oh, okay, we're back. This will also be a good benchmark test of whether or not I really do have my overheating problem fixed. CPU's at 67 right now. That's fine. That's totally fine. I was streaming Resident Evil, it was at 50. I wonder why it climbed to 67, because we're not exactly rendering a scene right now in Showdown. I love Hunt, but there is high-level play. Hunt isn't always the most enjoyable thing. We'll see. We will see. I dropped my phone, my chat window, second monitor. Got Centennial with custom ammo. I won the single match I played yesterday. See if I will win the one match I'll get to play with today. Sound coming? Quiet on my end. But anyways, we want the Centennial Trauma to FMJ. Ooh, wait. No. I know. If the challenge actually is to use a Centennial with custom ammo, I know exactly what loadout I'm gonna do. Rexner's recommended solo. Let's fucking go. Bow and arrow with the Winnie Centenny with FMJ. Silenced Winnie Centenny with FMJ is going to give us some very ample options for versatile stealth play. The throwing spear is for close quarters combat. Sometimes it's a better one-hit KO option than the bow and arrow is going to be. The Winnie Centenny is going to be for mid-range combat, but long range is something I can't really do unless I have some kind of element of surprise going on, which is still going to incentivize it. Oopsie whoopsie, I didn't put my perks on. It's kind of a shame that Hunt Showdown seems like it's in a really nice polished place right now, but there are less people playing it than ever. You might have noticed how fast I equipped that hunter. The interface is the closest it's been to being decent. I wish I could still play around with the old builds, because that old interface is something that I am forgetting more and more of as time goes on. But I do not remember being able to equip hunters that fast in the old interface. Like this This is fast. But one thing, I think we're also missing the fucking lore pages. They've gone away. They're not coming back. They've never said anything about bringing back the in-game lore, and I thought that was wonderful. The last mission screen is also drastically downsized. You can get a player list and see who you killed and what their skill level was and what their name is. But seeing how much money you earned per monster that you killed is something that new players will need to know to understand the game better, that might just be no longer discernible from the interface. I think the best thing is that there's their outcome match that is neither death nor victory, but just leaving. It's good fun. Actually, I think it was your vid that got me into Hunt. Good, it's a great game. The perk art is so good, I always forget how nice. It's wonderful. I still think Hunt Showdown is my favorite multiplayer game ever, and Metal Gear Solid 3 is my favorite single-player game ever, and they're almost two sides of the same coin. They're both games about sneaking through forests and ambushing people. You don't have to play Hunt Showdown like a stealth game, but then again, you also don't have to play Metal Gear Solid 3 like a stealth game. Hunt Showdown has very awkward controls. Metal Gear Solid 3 has very awkward controls. Both of them punish you by making bad decisions in the middle of a panic. They're surprisingly similar. CPU temperatures at 68 degrees. Volumes at 100. There we go. I was a little worried about that. The game looks sharp right now. I don't think there's anything different about it. I think I just got my eyeballs used to that Resident Evil 1 blockiness. I love what wonderful new spooky ambience Air Monster is giving. Like it wasn't really a threat. You can just sprint past it. It's blind. Pretty fun to fight as opposed to devastating and alarming to fight, but it can screw you up if you're not prepared. But it really does make the forest a lot more scary. Ugh. I am feeling the aches on my old man finger. Oh yeah, they also give you the Blade Finder perk by default. I don't think I'm... But it's worth a look. If you accidentally throw away a blade that you want to pick back up, it is worth a look. Popping on DarkSide for a second. Got it. Yeah, performance is also crazy. Like, for the first time ever since the game came out, it feels like Hunt Showdown's optimized now. I don't know if I'm getting the same performance as I would have if I wasn't streaming. I'm not, of course I'm not. But when I'm not streaming, I can turn off DLSS and oopsie whoopsie, what are we doing here? We're doing that. Let's go to the other one. I can actually turn, oh my goodness. I can actually turn off DLSS and have a decent time. I'm gonna play the extraction camping game. Yeah, we're gonna camp extract. It's the best solution. I'll probably not get to play my traps otherwise. So 75 meters in range when they pick up the bounce. Stay outside. Goes in. If I hear a fight, I want to close in. If I don't, I want to go away. I do want traps extraction case before either advancing or retreating. Gotta remember the pros here. The Walking Dead, the Telltale Walking Dead takes place in the bayou and captures it well. Left 4 Dead 2 for 15 minutes. I don't know, there's a, entire, like, savannah campaign. The American South is a very, very fun setting for grotesque horror stuff. More games. Hunt Showdown has such an identity crisis. It was made originally by a team in Texas that ended up getting laid off, and it was Germans who picked up the slack. But that Texas team absolutely, positively nailed the environmental artwork for the game's earlier build. Now it looks kind of weird. Like, this Halloween event they got going on has spider webs all over the level. But they've also, like, tried to add some extra environmental assets that increase the environmental storytelling going on. Like, Alice Farm is a compound here, and another one of the maps you'll see like a crate of potatoes that'll say Alice Farm Potatoes. And really big lettering that doesn't like fit the kind of typing equipment that would have been available at the time. Do death traps on either side of the boat. To get out of here, out hitting my own traps before the timer ticks down, hopefully without making too much noise. Oh, you wait and hear what happened. So opinions on the Gabe Cube? Not a lot of interesting opinions until they release the price. My opinion will determine on the price. If it's $500 or lower, I might have a pretty favorable opinion of it right now. Another thing is long-term longevity. Valve's hardware has had a spotty track record with me when it comes to that. I love the Steam controller. I bought it when they were, I bought the Steam controller when they were relatively new, and then mine is still holding up. However, I bought the Valve Index when it was relatively new and spent $1,000 fucking dollars on something that's supposed to be enthusiast PC hardware for hardcore gamers such as myself. And I need to retreat behind the boat and use those traps in this fight. Can I... There. Are they fighting? Got a death? Yeah, that's a fight. There's a real fight happening. Push. I should stop talking. Bumped into something. This game it might well could have been a player. You can also check the map while using dark sight and charging arrows, and it won't fuck up your actions. That was a problem in the last version of Hunt Showdown that was annoying me, and they fixed it. Hunt Showdown's polished right now. What the hell did they do? Like, this is running really well and looking really well. Bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, bum. Time to use the Winnie. Heh. I can just get out of here. Or I can just get out of here. Should I go for some extras? No, I should. I have Magpie turned on. Almost necessary for solo play. That suppressing fire with a silencer actually works, by the way. He's probably not pushing me because of it. Yeah, let's get out of here. Last challenge of the match is going to be making sure I don't hit my own traps. Bum 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 bum, bada bum 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 bum, bum 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 bum, bum bum bum, bum 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 bum, bum 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 bum. Come on, climb, 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 climb. Thank you. Now I feel safe. Is that 2? Did I see 2? Perhaps just in case. Or wait, no, I should scare them away from getting closer. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I won. What's the time? 11:56. Glad I'm not the only one hearing a bear. One of those trees is going to morph into a bear. Something super noteworthy is that the new headset is using ARM architecture. So that means if they can get games running natively on that, then you can play stuff on your Android phone. Isn't that the same chipset that the Nintendo Switches have been using too? I like the companion cube skin. Super excited for the Steam controller. Is there anything real different about this Steam controller compared to the last ones? Also, did they stop making the Steam controllers? Also, why are they calling this the Steam controller when it's like the Steam controller 2? It's the Steam controller 2.0. Check this out, check this out. Unequip all. Boom. Now this girl, she's gonna get Rexner's recommended solo for only $100 to replace the syringe he used. I just saved a bunch of money. We're using the loadout that's appropriate for today's challenges, this week's challenges. Oh, Brute? Okay, that's the bear. So, consumables, Brute. The Brute. They want me to kill 3 Brutes. I would not want to do that while other players are stalking me in the bushes. But, I gotta keep that in mind. So, view last mission, G. Yeah, the where mission statistics, this is where, right, 1 kill. Oh, they didn't get rid of those menus I said they got rid of. I just spread more misinformation on the internet. Who did I kill? 4-star Goblin Boy. 10 minutes and 56 seconds in. They were part of the same team. Okay. So that team was having a team with the original bounty carriers, but I guess they were defending themselves and they won the fight, but could not pick me off. The sneaky solo who came in. I wonder, I wish you could spectate after you extract though, because I do love wondering if they hit my traps on their own way out. I didn't get to make it to your MGS Delta streams. What did you think, and are you interested in the multiplayer for it? Yeah, quality garbage. The multiplayer, quality garbage is a great way to describe the multiplayer for Metal Gear Solid Delta. It was overheating my computer last stream, but I got that fixed. Where are we at? 63 degrees! My temperatures are actually good now. The GPU is 44 degrees. What the hell? Punch Showdown is optimized? My computer is optimized? What's going on tonight? Yeah, the multiplayer for Metal Gear Solid Delta is some quality garbage. I think the single player is the best version of the best game I've ever played, but that's, I guess, not really gonna knock the world's socks off because it's been done before and a few times before, because the game's been remade and remastered and re-released a few times before. I think that the campaign is wonderful. I think that the advantage and strength of the remake is that it includes a lot of customization options to get it to your liking, and the thing that made me absolutely positively fall in love, ooh, look at this 3D polygonal smoke, is the black and white monochrome mode. It fits with the game beautifully, and really, really puts you in the headspace of wanting to appreciate a monument to a timeless classic of a beautiful artistic experience. I forgot to give her perks! Oh my god, I gotta extract and get out of here. I won't be able to serpent myself a bounty token this way. Wait a second. No, this is, Hunt Showdown, and I got challenges. Centennial, Kill Brute, use consumables. Okay, new plan. We're not going to be chasing after PvP this match. We are going to be trying to kill brutes and use consumables. Let's not get that. Because, the perks that I always equip, Magpie, Serpent, oh, Necromancer, I'm gonna miss that one on. And Dauntless is pretty situational. But 2 of the 4 perks I always roll with only really come into play when you're chasing after bounty. So we're going to be hunting brutes, and we're going to extract. And if no one is going after a bounty that's sitting all by itself in the middle of a field with threats around it, maybe, then I'll pick it up. I'm not adequately prepared for a proper PvP. Oh, there's also the optional. Left, 70 west. Can't tell what. Either medium or range, definitely. I hear fruit. Nope, that's a meat. You know what? Good money though. Do it. Lightfoot, nice. Deal with these crows. I think lanterns are now shootable, like they'll explode into flames if you shoot them. They've done some real work on this game because Crytek is having a crisis. And diverted all teams to hunt Showdown, so I've heard. So the silver lining to Crytek continuing to not know how to make other games. Oh boy, I'm near the PvPs. Is that Hunt Showdown is apparently really polished right now for the first time ever. Trying to suss out the Hellborn, the optional boss. Where these things usually go, I'd have a better chance dealing with that one boss. This will give me cover. Get sniped while I'm supposed to. Hey, I can see their gunfight. Can I get lucky? Am I gonna get lucky? Rocks. I just heard some like branch fall out of a tree behind. Gave me a little spook. So immersed. This is a lightning fast multiplayer PvP precision game that simultaneously also wants you immersed, and that and how well you can handle that is like thing it's testing of you. It's a gorgeous combination of the ethos of single player and multiplayer gaming. Especially with this solo mode. Solo mode is sub-fucking long. Hey, no. I thought I heard a bear. It was just a pipe creep. Psychologically intense. Please, sir, may I have time splitters for? I don't know, man. It's been 20 years. You gotta move on. You gotta let him go eventually. Wasn't Crisis working on time splitters for a while? I think that's why we had it brought up, didn't we? Here's another meathead. But I don't even know if you wanted Time Splitters 4. I don't even know if the Crisis version of Time Splitters 4 they would have been working on would really be what you want. Like, that's a totally different team, right? Free Radical was a English team, and it was a very English game. It was GoldenEye 2 basically, and yeah, an FPS with rare sensibilities. And Crisis has always had a pretty different design philosophy. Free Radical stopped making Time Splitters and started making Haze, and Haze was so bad it kind of killed the company, didn't it? Oh. Wait, how far are we from... I don't know. I think this is actually kind of decent cover for fighting it. projectiles at you, so having like gunfight style. Okay, that's white. No other players are by. But I have to keep a real close look at this map while I'm fighting it. Might want to take my first shot. Serpentine, serpentine, zigzag, zigzag. Ugh. Yeah, I hit my poison. No! I think I'm a fan of them giving you the blade seer by default. If I threw that spear away, I would have felt hopeless, I would have felt bad. But now I feel like I have a second chance. Actually, fuck with those throws. So I kind of forgot my original goal of hunting. He also doesn't seem to want to fight me with that chest-high wall I would like to use to cover. Oh, come on! Oh, crows got fucked with. Alright, I'm out. Let's go. Still any brutes on my way out? Let's not go to the Bile Weaver nest. They are still the thralls of a fight, but without a necromancer or serpent, I still don't feel confident doing proper PvP for this match. I'm gonna go just straight north, and I think I accidentally took a fortunate turn there. Chasing me? Oh, they're extracting. I sure hope they don't play the chariot card. I hear a bear! I'm gonna fight it. I feel like I got time. Instinct's not activated. Oh yeah, I also don't have magpie. That makes the escapes a hell of a lot more stressful. Can I please get an angle on this hive bounty money? I can get an angle. Oh! guess what you use to fight these guys good. Don't have any on me right now, but bear traps. That's right. Clear. Don't have necro, I don't have necro. Look at this, you can spawn into a match without a whole lot on your character and still get a lot done and have a lot of fun. Been neglecting Twitch chat though. Yeah, Berserker! I don't need to take out my melee to kill zombies. Alright, we were also supposed to use consumables. Yeah, I made the jump. No, I didn't make the jump. I tried. Where are those dogs at? Oh my god, I completely misread where those dogs are at. Go, jump. I'm safe, I'm fine. No! That's not what I wanted to happen. I want to use consumables. No! Can a zombie please just damage me like normal? So I can use the medical thing? Yep. Yep, thank you. Alright, that's enough. Bye. Actually, now I'm getting a little nervous. No. Click! And shoot. Okay. Woo! We're good. Now before I regen, yes, there we go, perfect. Okay. So 12 out of 20 consumables, 1 out of 3 brutes. I actually extracted a bounty, I was not planning on it. I made a lot of money, killing a lot of zombies. And that's what's great about this game. I should stream some OSP runs, on-site procurement, where your hunter just starts with nothing. It's really fun, and you'd be surprised how much equipment and perks you can pick up along the way. I got 4 perks, one of them's really good. Actually, 3 of the 4 of these are really good. Yeah, Hunt Showdown. I guess I'm still really good at Hunt Showdown. I don't think there's many retro games that can bring back today that they will be able to capture the energy. Maybe I'm being cynical, though. Yeah, I kind of think you're right. Play it safe and boring to make the corporation happy. No perk, no trank, all brute, European extreme showdown, and I still won. I'm pretty sure that maybe one of the reasons I won was that I was being real smart about not getting closer to the PvP. I saw it happening at a distance. I saw their incendiary flame rounds flying back and forth. Did I complete a challenge? Why did they give me that? But yeah, last mission. I made money doing that. You get a lot doing that. Okay, that means $1,000. What does the double claw mark mean? I still have a hard time reading the interface. 3 pledge marks, 89 event points, $1,057. I think that 6659 is experience. But what is this plus 806? Maybe that means how much money you get for extracting the bounty token. And then I got $1,000 just from all the monsters I killed. Never was able to read these well. Contract status, killed, solo kill bonus, clues found. Okay, now I'm seeing it, but I'm not that interested. I had fun. That was awesome. Hunt Showdown's a great game. I will not tolerate any more Hunt Showdown slander. I will, before I turn the game off, hire all the free hunters and then immediately fire them for their equipment, though. Wait, yeah, dismiss. And the one I actually will stick with is Cute Girl. There we go, yeah! And the girl I was just playing with, I can unequip her loadout. She has no consumables. Alright, yeah, that was fun. My CPU temperature is 62 degrees. It's fine. Everything's fine. I had fun streaming for once. Oh, hello, Eddie. Eddie, might want to go out as soon as I hang up off the stream. All right. Hey Eddie, look at the webcam over here. Woo woo. Am I catching your attention? I can't snap with my left hand, but this is what you should be looking at. See? It's the internet. There's 30 people on the internet. Yeah. I think he's looking away because the screen's bright, but bye everyone. I had a lot of fun for once. That felt good. Felt good to have fun for once. Eddie!